The world at the moment is suffering so many pressures. Droughts, climate change, floods, and wildfires. And we believe here at cbec we're doing our bit to try and help the cause.
Striving for sustainability in the age of scarcity. At cbec, we're meeting the challenges of the future today.
Resources are limited and the climate is changing. We're trying to figure out ways to do more with less.
With climate change now, we are going to see massive impacts in California and across the nation. We're going to see more droughts, but we're also going to see bigger floods. We're going to see extremes at each end of the spectrum. We're really recognizing that we have to consider the environment as well as people, and we can live together.
We don't just look at one piece of the puzzle. We see the full picture. With a multidisciplinary, multi-objective approach, we strike a delicate, necessary balance between the needs of people, flood risk reduction, and environmental rehabilitation to sustain our water-dependent ecosystems for the long term.
cbec works on a range of environmental restoration projects, largely to mitigate, man-made influences or impacts on the environment.
For over 25 years, we have focused on integrating traditional engineering with the practice of ecological restoration. cbec's work spans watersheds, from headwater mountain streams to estuaries and oceans, across California and the country, with our pioneering approach of eco-engineering, born from the hard lessons of our past.
California wouldn't be populated the way it is today without monumental acts of engineering. But what we didn't realize when we built these structures, when we built these canals, when we built these levees, our ecosystems have been devastated by those actions to enable people, millions of people, to live on this land. We recognize that now, so we're trying to put things right.
So there's really a need to restore those habitats that have been lost due to a century's worth of degradation.
We operate at the nexus between water resources and environmental rehabilitation. Engineering is the field of solving problems and developing solutions. And so in this space, we're developing solutions to environmental problems.
We can create multi-objective projects that balance traditional water resources, flood control engineering with ecology, biology, and our ecosystems.
We're restoring a range of environments, providing habitat for salmon and steelhead in the Yuba River, reversing the devastating impacts of hydraulic mining.
One tremendous advantage here at Hallwood is that through the efforts that we're enacting to remove unnatural material from the corridor, not only are we providing 180 acres of enhanced habitat for birds and fish, we're also doing it in a way that's improving the flood control infrastructure in this area.
It is incredibly rewarding to see this happen. It is a chance of a lifetime to be involved in this.
We're building tidal channels and tidal marsh, vital for the food web for fish in the Delta, while sustaining nearby agriculture. Carving out new habitat in the lower American River to support threatened fish species. Transforming a concrete-lined creek into a thriving riparian corridor, introducing nature in the middle of a city.
We gave it life. We brought life back to it. And this riparian corridor links directly to the lower American River, making it especially accessible and important for wildlife.
Rather than a traditional focus on solely reducing flood risk, our comprehensive approach reconnects floodplains to rivers, restoring critical habitats while strengthening flood protection for nearby communities, like this levee setback project along the Sacramento River.
There's nothing else like it in the region, maybe in the whole of the United States. We're setting the tempo for the country and the rest of the world, arguably, in terms of bringing all these different viewpoints, different ideas, and different passions together at the table and designing these projects.
cbec is a highly science-driven firm. We do a lot of research to understand how our work is going to affect the environment. What exactly do we need to provide hydrologically and hydraulically to stimulate habitat for various species of interest?
At cbec, we combine the technical know-how with a passion to be part of the solution, joining in vital partnerships with project stakeholders and the community for sustainability for the environment and for future generations to thrive.
Partnerships are really important. Everyone brings different skills, abilities, funding to the table, and to be able to have everyone come together and collaborate.
So it's tremendously satisfying to know that we've left the world in a better place than we inherited it.
We live and breathe those projects from their infancy through their implementation.
We're all passionate. We all believe in what we do. This is why we work for cbec. I'm hoping that we're leaving a legacy that our children and grandchildren can build upon and really try to make a difference. It's not too late.